Welcome back to Not So Grand Garage. As you might be able to see, I have a little bit of space cleared out in the shop. And that is because we are getting ready to dive into this project of tearing the front end out of the flatbed for our Skies Off-Road Designs RSK setup. Super Duty springs, all that good stuff. While the truck is down, we're going to send the transmission over, get it rebuilt. I'll be rebuilding the transfer case in it as well. So then, at that point, literally everything in this truck, besides the bottom end of the motor, has been gone through. Everything. Everything that moves has been replaced, rebuilt, something along those lines. So we should have many, many years of trouble-free operation, hopefully. With that said, I'm walking back and forth a lot for some reason. With that said, we have got to get this front bumper off of this truck while it's out here in the driveway. And it's not too terrible. Got some grade A hardware in there. A couple ran through the factory bumper mount holes. As you can see, I got my custom forks here on the tractor. And we're going to zip those bolts out, get the 115 volt plug disconnected. I don't have the hydraulics hooked up for the winch yet anyways, so that's not a big deal. But get all the bolts out, grab a come along, wrap around this bumper to pull it back to the bucket so we don't flip it. Get this bumper pulled off, hopefully without causing too much damage. I did some damage the last time I pulled it off, but is what it is. It's a work truck. It ain't gonna be perfect. But yeah, we'll get the bumper pulled off, then we will get this truck squeezed back in the shop and start getting the transmission pulled out of it. So I won't bore you with pulling the bumper. I'll bring you back when we're ready to roll it in. Well, with a little help from the tractor, we've got our winch bumper off. Truck looks a little naked without it, but that's okay. Got to make room for this new front cross member to go in. So all that had to go. But now I can get this thing pulled inside. I gotta go shut the tractor off and get my mess cleaned up out here first. But yeah, wasn't bad. Thought it was gonna be a lot harder than it was. A few new scuffs on the bumper, but nothing I can't touch up. No big deal. But get the truck pulled in here, start getting this transmission pulled out. Familiar sight. Oh, truck's back in the shop, and I got the drive shafts pulled out of it, both front and rear. Got the transfer case and transmission drained. So now we need to come up here and pull this boot off. I need to pull this boot off. I got to pull my fuel control levers off. Get the carpet rolled back so I can get the transmission cover off. Get the shifter pulled. And then all that will really be left is to pull bell housing bolts and pull the cross member bolts, and the transmission will be ready to come out. It's not a hard job, really. A little time consuming, but not bad. Got 3 bolts on this side. I think it's 2 or 3 over on that side. A handful of bell housing bolts. I do have to pop the clutch hydraulics off the side of the transmission. But other than that, yeah, it can come out. And yeah, it's pretty straightforward. I don't recall pulling the crossover. I don't think I do. I think I clear everything there. But yeah, and I will have to pop the transfer case linkage apart because yep, that's hooked back up for the first time. But anywho, pretty straightforward. I'm gonna keep going. I'll get these boots off, show you the hardware for the shifter. There's 2, I believe, 10mm bolts that hold the shifter to the tower. I don't pull the tower or anything. There's no point in it. If you pull that center cover that's on the transmission hump, if you pull that cover and leave it loose, the tower will clear the floor just fine. Yeah, that's about it. So I'm gonna go on and get that pulled, and we'll go from there. And there you are. You can see the 2 bolts that hold the actual shifter to the tower, and you can see I've got the insulated shift boot on this. 4 screws hidden underneath the boot to take the ring off, and then 2 10mm bolts to pull the shifter. Then that insulated piece can come off, and I've got the carpet cut on this, so it just splits open and lays over clearly out of the way. And then pull the bolts for the transmission hump, which mine, when I redid the floor and everything in this, I used riv nuts, so I've got 1/4 bolts that hold that down, so it should come off pretty easy. But I'll show you that once I get this cover and everything out of the way. So, got all the bolts out of the cover, and it is just sitting here loose now, so it can move around a fair bit as the transmission drops. That said, this will go down and clear through the hole with that loose. Got the stainless hardware I attach it with. But yeah, now all that's left to do is to get under this thing and get the bell housing bolts out, and then get a jack underneath it, get the transmission crossmember bolts out, and it's ready to slide back and come down. It'll be out of the truck. So for the slave cylinder, flat tip screwdriver, come in between the bracket and the transmission cover, pry outward a little bit, work it slowly. Now, you've got the rod that comes up into the clutch arm right here, so you may have to wiggle it on it a little bit, but just take your time, and this will pop off. And just be sure, while it is off, not to hit the clutch pedal, because you will blow the clutch rod out the end of it, or blow the rod out of the end of the slave cylinder. But yeah, I'm going to put the camera down because I will need to pry that way on this arm here, and then pry this at the same time, and it'll pop out. And there we have it. Just a little wiggle wiggle, and it'll come out. And just tuck it up out of the way if you're not replacing it. Like I said, all this stuff's relatively new. It's not leaking or anything, so I have no intention of replacing any of it. But yeah, now all I should have left are the transmission bell housing bolts, and then the bolts, outer bolts for the cross member, and we'll drop the whole thing down. Then I can roll it around on the ground. Get the transfer case off the transmission, get the cross member off the transmission as well. Make sure all the oil's out of it, and we'll get it loaded up to hopefully get it dropped off to the rebuilder tomorrow. I do not have the tools or the time to tear that apart right now. We will be rebuilding the transfer case ourselves. Parts for that, like I said, should be here tomorrow. So that will be a separate video, but we'll do that as well. Kind of show you guys how to go through those. Not a whole lot to them. Yeah, get the bell housing bolts out, get this thing dropped down, and wrap it up for the night. Come on back. Yep. Stuck on a fuel line. Come on. It's not ideal. Okay. See this jack will come down. And there we go. Yee-haw. And here we have it. Not too terrible. A little sketchy without another set of hands. But if you place the jack right, this thing will balance fairly well. And will slide straight back, straight down. Then just wiggling it off the jack, being careful not to let the transmission case impact the ground too hard. Easy enough. I'm gonna go on, split the transfer case, get it off, get all of the extra shifter linkage and stuff off and out of the way. Set this up on end, make sure most of the oil is out of it, and then we'll get it loaded up. Drop it off to the rebuilder tomorrow after work. And yeah, then the real fun starts, which is tearing the whole front end out from under this thing and getting in all of our Skies Off-Road Design RSK with the new Super Duty springs, which I've also got new shocks and all that fun stuff coming as well. They're going to be here later this week. I kind of forgot to order them. But yeah, that's about it. If you really push to knock this out, a couple hours you can have transmission on the ground. Especially if you got a two-wheel drive truck, it's really simple then. You got the transmission crossmember, which I don't know what I was thinking. The crossmember most definitely has to come off first. Must be one of these other projects sitting around here that I've had the transmission out of a dozen times. Anyways, yeah, pull the transmission crossmember first. and while supporting the transmission transfer case with a jack. But you've got a handful of bolts in the cross member. So let's see, 2, 4, 6 bell housing bolts. They're 3/4, by the way. 2 are accessed from the top. The other 4 are from the bottom. Drive shafts, obviously. The clutch slave cylinder comes out of the way. And you've got a turbo. The downpipe needs to come off. But yeah, that's pretty well it. Drive shafts, obviously, if I didn't say it already. But it's not bad. And then if you need to replace clutch, flywheel, all that stuff, now would be the time to do it. Clutch in this truck probably has 20,000 miles on it. I'm not going to replace it. It doesn't slip. It doesn't make noise. And like I said, it's a 2-hour job to pull the transmission. So if I end up having trouble with it down the road, I'll yank the transmission back out before I spend $400 more that I don't need to right now. With that said, I'm going to wrap this one up here. If you got any comments, questions, complaints, drop them in the comment section below. If you would, hit that thumbs up button. Helps out quite a bit and doesn't cost you anything. If you haven't already, please subscribe. We appreciate you watching. We'll catch you on the next one. All loaded up. Ready to get rebuilt. Hopefully.